Hello and welcome to this video where we'll take a little tour of our online financial accounting course. So on your screen you'll see our Brightspace course, and yours is going to look very similar to this. So let's go right away here to start here. And the first thing you're going to do is click here. Please fill out the student questionnaire. That will help me have some information about you. And then go here to post your introduction in the first discussion. Make sure you do participate in all of the discussions. They are, in total, they add up to about a half a grade, so you don't want to lose all of those points. And also it gives us a chance to interact with one another and learn from one another. Here you're going to find a video that shows you how to register for Pearson MyLab. It's very, very simple, but feel free to take a look at that video if you're having any questions. It's very, very straightforward. So next from here, we're going to go to course information. And this is where you're going to find all of the general information about the course. Come here to meet your instructor, where you'll find out a little bit about my background, and also my student success hours are in there and a link to the Teams room. Know that I am available many times other than what is on the syllabus. If I have office hours, I know if you're looking at this in the summer, there aren't any student success or office hours, but please, if you need to meet, just reach out. I'm happy to set up a meeting on Teams. And help you with whatever you need help with. Course outline is here. Very important, of course. That gives you all of the information about the semester. Let's just take a quick look at that. So office hour again, so student success hour information is here. Best way to get in touch with me is my school email. I probably should put that in there for you, but I think it's in my bio. All right, so go through and take a look at all of the learning objectives, things that we're going to learn in the class. We're going to use a Pearson textbook, which you will link. We'll show you. It's important to know that you get 2 free weeks of MyLab. So if you don't have the money to buy the book right now, or you can't get to the bookstore, or whatever the situation is, feel free to sign up for the 2-week free trial. The video shows you that. It's just one of the 3 possibilities that you can link. And you'll have access to everything you need for the first 2 weeks. You have to register right away for MyLab because there's an assignment due right away. So don't wait on that, okay? Support, very important. If you have problems with Pearson, I cannot help you with that. Pearson support is the one to help you with any kind of technical issues with Pearson. Okay. Of course, you need a computer all the time. You are also going to be using Excel. You cannot use any other spreadsheet programs other than Excel to do the homework assignments. So all students do have free access to Microsoft 365, so make sure that you use that for any of your homework assignments. Okay, I'll let you just take a look at that. Please read all of that. Here is the breakdown of the points that you're going to have in the class. All right, so for each chapter, you're going to have a preview assignment, and that's kind of an overview of the chapter. At the same time, you're going to be working on some guided notes that I'll show you when we get to the chapter. At the end of the chapter, you're going to do an assignment and then a lab. A lot of those are in Excel because it's so important to develop your Excel skills no matter what you're going to do in business. And then also we're going to have quizzes every week. All right, so every chapter, I should say. This is very important. I do allow for 3 free extensions. I don't need any reasons why you have extensions. I understand that kids get sick, jobs keep you for overtime, whatever it is that's happening in your life. I give 3 free extensions. I highly recommend that you do assignments early. this is my own personal policy also. When I have a due date, I tend to do it early because I don't like running up against the clock and being stressed, right? So by doing assignments early, you will avoid stress. So if your assignment is done a week early, then you don't have to worry if your boss has you to keeps you late or something, right? Or kids get sick. All the assignments are open 2 weeks before they are due, except for the exams. So the exams are only open for a 3-day period. All right, so do go ahead and get ahead. The course does move very quickly, and if you get behind, it's very difficult to catch up because there are assignments due 3 times a week, right? So once you get behind, it's very difficult to get caught up. Don't get behind. All right, here are all of the WCC policies, and then at the very end here, we have a list of all of the topics that we're going to study and what we're doing each week during the semester. All right, let's go back to our course information. All right, so this is where you click to register for Pearson, and also this is a link to go into the Pearson course. There are also links within each of the chapter folders, which I'm going to show you in a minute. So when it's time to register, you can click on that and it's going to take you, now I'm not going to go all the way because mine looks different, but when you come here, you're going to click on this Open My Lab and Mastering, and that's going to take you to the registration page. Okay, grade tracking sheet, very important. It shows all of the points for every assignment during the semester. I highly recommend that as you go along, so when you do the introductory discussion and you get a grade, put it in here. Just download it on your computer and it will keep track of how many points you have. Our course is based on 1,000 points. So at the end, your final grade is however many points you have over 1,000. Okay. We do have 5 exams during the semester. The last one is, or one of the 5 will be dropped, except for exam 2. Exam 2 is the most important exam because that kind of summarizes the foundation of the course. By the way, chapters 1 through 4 are the foundation. So you know when you have a house, if you have a strong foundation on your house, you're going to be okay. If your foundation is a little bit off, or it's sinking, or something bad is happening with your foundation, you're going to have a problem, right? Same in this course. Get those chapters 1, 2, 3, 4. Really work hard on them. Really understand those, and your life will be so much better for the rest of the semester because then you're just going to build on that knowledge. Okay. Chapters 1 through 4. Remember, I will keep telling you about that. Here are course calendars. This is important. Every grade, every item is not in our Brightspace calendar, but every item is in this calendar. So use these calendars to make sure you keep track of due dates. Okay. They also do appear in Pearson. What else? All right. So please take a look at these. This is not visible to you right now because I don't have a schedule at the moment, but there will be a schedule for the accounting tutorial for each semester, including the summer. This is a helpful document that shows you how to go through each chapter, what the learning process should be. This tells you about assignment settings, so you know what the settings are. This is my teaching schedule. This is about the extensions we talked about, and there's a bunch of resources here. Okay. If you're an accounting major, there's some helpful resources down there. All right, now let's take a look at the first chapter. There's a folder for each chapter and for each exam, and within the exam it tells you what the details are of the exam. And I highly recommend that you use the study plan, which I'll show you in a minute. All right, so for each chapter, everything you have to do is in order. So for example, you're going to start with introductions. These are the learning objectives for the chapter. This is an overview video prepared by me that tells you about the chapter. Then you have a preview assignment. Guided notes are very important. That is the place where you're going to get some practice, and I walk you through all the material in the chapter. And here are the solutions for that. I highly recommend that whenever possible, you do problems and exercises without looking at the book, because that's how you learn it, and also that gives you feedback that you find out what you know and what you don't know, right? If you can't solve the problem without looking, then you know you don't know that material. All right, as I mentioned before, there is an assignment for each chapter. Here is our Chapter 1 lab. There's a video walking you through the lab. Don't make the mistake of always going to Pearson. A lot of students do that and they forget that there are helpful videos in here because they're not in Brightspace. So make sure that you stay in Brightspace, go through each thing one at a time. There's the Chapter 1 lab and there's the quiz. There are a couple of extra videos here. These are usually linked in the guided notes. So this is just an extra link to the video. Let's take a look at my lab for a minute. There are tons of really helpful resources in here. I just want to highlight a couple of things for you. So yours might look a little bit different than mine. Let's go here, student home. All right, so here is your calendar for my lab. Here are the assignments that are coming up that are due. All right, over here is a link to the e-text. So if you want to read the text, it's there. Obviously lots of good resources in there. The study plan is very important. The study plan updates for you personally every time you do an assignment. So if you're struggling with something and say you got something wrong twice, the study plan is going to give you a little extra practice on that before your exam. All right. So before you take an exam, you have to click into the study plan and earn 1 point before you're able to take the exam. So don't just sit down and get ready to take the exam without going in the study plan. You really should be using the study plan to study significantly, but the minimum amount is to earn 1 point, which is a small amount. All right, the other thing that's here that I want to show you is the multimedia library. So if you have any if you have something where you're having a little trouble with it, come on in here, and there's other things, but you can look at the videos. So there'll be a bunch of videos for each chapter. So here are each of the learning objectives and the try-its in the chapter, and that walks you through each of those items. Very, very helpful resource in there. Okay. So let me just see, did I miss anything? I think that's all I have for now. Remember, shoot me an email if you have any questions about anything. I am here to help you, and I will see you in class. I wish you all the best. Accounting is super helpful to know. I think you probably watched, hopefully, the intro video that I sent to you in the welcome email. And one thing that's really interesting is that in a very big study of millionaires, accountants were in the top 5 careers of the millionaires. Accountants and teachers, believe it or not. So that's something to know. Knowing about accounting is very helpful for your personal finances, which we're going to take a look at also in the class, as well as understanding businesses and their finances. So I hope you enjoy the class. Reach out if you have any questions, and I look forward to learning with you. Take care.